Aliens inspired the video game Metroid. Metroid inspired this Aliens video game. Now, this isn't the beginning of an essay question, it's the beginning of something beautiful. You know, or terrifying. It's either way, it's something awesome. It's Aliens Infestation. This game was released in late 2011 for the Nintendo DS. And no, I'm not missing a number in the name of its console. Aliens Infestation was a really late release for the original Nintendo DS, coming 7 months after the launch of its 3D successor. In fact, that's one of the many reasons this is such a special game. It's the last hurrah from a great developer on a great system. Aliens Infestation was developed by WayForward Technologies, and that's the studio responsible for games like Contra 4 and Shantae, A Boy and His Blob. They even made a genuinely good DS game for the movie Thor. So if you're at all skeptical about a game revisiting the Alien franchise, don't be. WayForward always does phenomenal work, and Infestation is no different. Of course, in a sense, it's also no different from other games. Aliens Infestation completes the circle of inspiration that began way back when the original Aliens films inspired Nintendo to make Metroid. A quarter-century later, WayForward used a clear dose of Metroid in designing this, one of the best Aliens video games ever. Which came first, the Mother Brain or the Xenomorph? So obviously, Infestation is a 2D action game in the so-called Metroidvania style. Players control a team of soldiers sent to investigate strange radar readings. Those readings, of course, end up being something far scarier than technical glitches. In space, no one can repair your radar, or save you from being eaten alive. The gameplay is a lot like you'd expect. Lots of exploration, but also a lot of gunfire, and that's an area where Infestation sets itself apart from Metroid. It has the similar pace and tension, but with more of an emphasis on action. In fact, there might be too much action. Enemies respawn every time you leave a room, and that can actually make combat a bit irritating at times. It definitely affects the mood the game strives for. Another cool difference is that Infestation gives you a team rather than one single soldier. It actually reminds me of the first Ninja Turtles game for the NES. You have an Eventual cast of 19 characters, and you can swap between them in-game. Thing is, once they're dead, they're gone for good. Now, it's a neat addition, but the drawback is that while each has their own personality, they also play the same. So in the end, all those characters kind of feel like a distraction from one of the game's main problems, that being that the gameplay can get a little repetitive. Well, this is a really good DS game, and especially considering how late it came, it feels all the more enjoyable. WayForward had a real knack for making great DS games with an old-school edge and obviously gorgeous art, and for that, Aliens Infestation is a fitting finale. It's an outstanding action game, and a much better alien resurrection. Sorry, Winona.